This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Wednesday, the 2nd day of December in the year 2020. Here's what we're tracking tonight. Guyana may face some difficulty in meeting all the requirements for the first COVID-19 vaccine, which will be rolled out in the United Kingdom next week. The Pfizer vaccine has to be stored at special freezing temperatures, and Guyana does not have those facilities in place for such storage, according to the Health Minister, Dr. Frank Anthony.
The challenge that we have with this particular Pfizer vaccine, while it's highly efficacious, you have a challenge with cold storage because it has to be stored at -70. And that can create some logistical challenges for the people doing the immunization.
The health minister said the ministry will be looking at the Moderna vaccine, which does not require cold storage facilities. But that vaccine is still to receive full approval. The approval could come later this month. Dr. Anthony said Guyana is still moving to put systems in place for the various vaccines that are being rolled out.
We have also started work locally, which include looking at our vaccination sites and improving our cold storage, expanding that cold storage. In some cases, we have to add new storage rooms and things like that. We have also started acquiring the types of freezers that we'll need for the vaccines. So we have been in that process of procurement to get those freezers. And of course, we have to train healthcare staff to be able to administer the vaccine. So we have started the preparatory work for that training, developing the manuals for training and so forth. And within a couple of weeks, we will be able to bring in people and start doing this training.
The government of Guyana is hoping to tap into the vaccines through a regional initiative that is supported by the United Nations to assist developing countries in their procurement of the vaccines. Guyana today recorded 26 new cases of coronavirus. The number has been climbing steadily over the past few months. More news coming up in a moment.
Guyana, we've been through it all.
But as a people, we have
weathered every storm
and risen to every challenge.
Because it is the people of Guyana
that gives it its strength.
all the people,
regardless of race,
class, or religion.
We
are one people, one strength.
And now is our time. A time to rise. Together, we rise.
Mobil Special and all other Mobil lubricants are distributed by Sol Guyana Inc. Mobil Special and all other Mobil lubricants are distributed by Sol Guyana Inc.
Finally, Miss Pepper is here to tell you about Ravina's on Water Street and Anand's on Regent Street. Just received a fresh shipment of glassware for your kitchen. Drinking glassware have beautiful crystal design and are packed in gorgeous gift box. Ideal to give to your friends, family, and order for Christmas. Ravina's and Anand's have unbeatable prices. Visit them at Ravina's on 78 Water Street or Anand's on 108 Regent Street or call 225-6595.
Mom, what are you doing with GPL on your list?
Child, you forgot I have to pay GPL?
You got time with GPL.
I have to keep these lights on. The customers who think in that manner and refuse to honor their obligation to GPL are obviously not playing their part in ensuring quality service delivery. So, I will continue to pay my GPL bill on time, every time.
I recognize the value of your point, Mom. You were right.
many wishes for Christmas. A freshly painted home, a new vacation home, a new car, home furnishings, my dream wedding, new kitchen appliances, a new smart TV, a new phone for Zion, school fees too. Gosh, I still want this work from home office area. I just wish I could get some extra cash to clear my debts altogether. Do you feel the same? GBTI is granting 12 wishes for Christmas.
Mobil Special and all other Mobil lubricants are distributed by Salt Guyana Inc. Mobil Special and all other Mobil lubricants are distributed by Salt Guyana Inc. Let's tell you now that although there is more awareness of HIV/AIDS in Guyana, the country is still seeing a flurry of new cases. According to the National AIDS Program Secretariat, the country recorded 807 new cases of HIV last year. There were also 104 AIDS-related deaths. The data, which was provided by the National AIDS Program Secretariat, has also revealed that the number of new infections is almost split equally between men and women. There were 400 men diagnosed with HIV in 2019, while 407 women were diagnosed. Persons between the ages of 30 and 34 are the most affected by HIV in Guyana, while persons between the ages of 40 and 44 represent the group with the highest number of full-blown AIDS cases. The Ministry of Health hosted a stakeholders forum this morning as part of the observances for World AIDS Day. Program Director of the National AIDS Program Secretariat, Dr. Rhonda Moore, explained that the Ministry of Health, through NAPS, continues to look at various strategies to combat the spread of HIV.
As it relates to prevention, this will entail our HIV education and sensitization sessions, as well as the same on other STIs, and it will also include our HIV testing services that we provide. The care, treatment, and support aspect of the program focuses on ensuring that persons have access to high-level, effective antiretroviral treatment, as well as providing psychosocial and nutritional support to persons who are living with HIV. As a result of COVID, we have extended the nutritional support to include our key populations, who are also a subpopulation that we reach through the work of the National HIV Program.
Of the 8,700 cases of HIV in Guyana, more than 70% of the persons are on antiretroviral treatment. The Health Ministry intends to push to get more persons on the treatment so that they could live better and healthier lives. During the panel discussion, participants examined the impact of the ongoing coronavirus pandemic on the fight against HIV/AIDS. Executive Director of Artists in Direct Support, a non-governmental group, Desiree Edgel, revealed that the pandemic and all of its regulations, including the curfew, has put a strain on the outreach program for her organization.
The challenging thing about COVID-19 for us is that COVID-19 came at a time when our major project, our major funder was coming to an end in July of this year. That is the USAID funding. And the USAID funding was our major funding in that they paid utilities and that kind of thing for us. A lot of other funders don't want to pay utilities. They want you to do the work, but they don't want to pay any overheads and that kind of thing. And so COVID came in March and our project was ending in July. And so that posed a great challenge for us. We did have that social contracting that the government had started, the previous government, September to December of last year, and with the hope that it would continue. But with all the election woes and all the challenges that we had with the confidence vote and all of that, I think that put that at a standstill because of, I guess, the government not being able to spend the money. And so as a result of that, it brought a lot of challenges on how we reach the population. The curfew brought challenges on how we reach our population because we couldn't go out to the places where they congregate as we used to do work with them.
The Health Ministry is moving to involve more non-governmental organizations in the fight against HIV. 10 persons have been left homeless and counting their losses after an early morning fire got to the top floor of a two-story apartment building in B Fields of Fire. The fire reportedly started just after 8 o'clock this morning in one of the apartments. The landlord and her family are among the persons affected. The landlord's daughter, Ronalda Lewis, recalled that she was in her room when her younger sisters alerted her to the fire.
My sister said, "Look up in your room, your light is smoking." So I said, "No," and I turned off my bedroom light, and then after She's like, well, check in mom room, which is Abina. And when we check in mom room, it's just the bed was on fire. The bed? Yeah.
She explained that smoke was spotted coming from the mother's room, and the young woman made efforts to put out the blaze, but it continued to spread. The fire service was summoned, and the firemen were able to contain the blaze to the one building.
It's just the bed we see on fire. And then after, she said, come downstairs. So I had left my phone and my computer and some other things upstairs, so I went back for them. And I turned on the back pipe and started throwing water, but nobody didn't help me, so I had to come downstairs.
A number of household items and furnishings were destroyed in the fire. A full investigation is ongoing tonight. The Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit is awaiting information from the Guyana Revenue Authority on the images of the container that was packed with cocaine which left Guyana back in September and was busted in Belgium in October. Head of Kanu James Singh today told news source that he has been told that a GRA has been able to retrieve one of the deleted images from the time that the container was being scanned by customs officers before shipment. An earlier probe had found that all of the images were deleted, but the GRA reportedly sought international help to retrieve the deleted images from the scanner's hard drive. The customs officers who were on duty at the time were questioned by Kanu, but were released as more information was being sought. News source has learned that all of the officers who were on duty at the John Finance Wharf at the time the cocaine-laden container was loaded and shipped have been sent home pending the outcome of the probe. The cocaine bust in Belgium has caused a major embarrassment for the customs officials, since the scanner should have picked up the fake wall and the hundreds of packages of cocaine. The 11.5 tons of cocaine was found just after the container was offloaded in Belgium. Officials there said it carries a street value of more than $1 billion. This evening, the Guyana Telephone and Telegraph Company is warning parents about a telephone scam that appears to be targeting children to get sensitive information from them. Officials of the company have received reports of scammers calling landlines and in some cases cell phones, and once children answer the phones, they are told of a phone company promotion. The scammers would then ask the children about information about their homes and the whereabouts of their parents, and where in the home they would have money for safekeeping, while claiming that it's all part of a promotion to win a new phone. GTT is asking persons who have received scamming calls to contact the company on 0488 or the nearest police station. The company is also reminding its customers that all promotions are listed on its website and social media pages. 2 Venezuelan nationals and the Guyanese man from Essequibo were remanded to jail today after being charged with the murder of a 26-year-old minor, Kevin Allen. Appearing in court virtually today were Venezuelans Gilberto de Silva and Angel Figuera, and Essequibo Coast resident Nadim Baksh. The three, who are also minors, were not required to enter a plea to the indictable murder charge and were ushered off to jail just after being remanded. The incident took place last Friday at Port Kaituma in the Northwest District. It is alleged that the 3 men murdered a young minor after he attempted to defend his wife when they attacked her at a shop where she worked. When the man intervened, he was beaten about his body with pieces of wood by the 3 men. He died on the spot, and the 3 were later arrested. They will make their next court appearance on the 22nd of December. A Caneville, East Bank de Marara resident was today sentenced to 30 years in jail for killing an 8-month-old baby boy during a fire that he set to a house. Justice Sandal Kisoon imposed a sentence on 24-year-old Nigel Dodson after he was found guilty by a jury. Dodson, who was represented by attorney-at-law Adrian Thompson, initially denied the charge, which alleged that on the 23rd of January 2017 at Caneville, he murdered Romaine Sett during arson. Despite being convicted, Dodson maintained that he was innocent of the crime. In passing down the sentence, Justice Kisoon noted that the act was done having no regard for the value of human life. The judge ordered that Dodson only becomes eligible for parole after serving a minimum of 25 years in jail. Across the Region is coming up next. Delvac and all other mobile lubricants are distributed by Salt Guyana Inc. Mobile Delvac and all other mobile lubricants are distributed by Salt Guyana Inc.
Due to the impacts of the global pandemic, COVID-19 across our nation, essential organizations like us have chosen to adopt innovative approaches to meet the emerging needs of our customers while protecting our employees. Here are some quick tips to make managing your GPL bill easier while we practice social distancing. To register for electronic billing, you can use the e-billing tab on your website. To access your bill balance, you can use 4 options: the website live chat at gpl.net, the online inquiry on our website under billing, SMS freedom by texting your GPL reference number to 624-0400 or 608-8400, or call our call center at 226-2600. A message from the Guyana Power and Light Incorporated.
I have many wishes for Christmas. A freshly painted home, a new vacation home, a new car, home furnishings, my dream wedding, new kitchen appliances, a new smart TV, a new phone for Zion, school fees too. Gosh, I still want this work from home office area. I just wish I could get some extra cash to clear my debts altogether. Do you feel the same? GBTI is granting 12 wishes for Christmas.
The Christmas season is here once again, and we encourage everybody to be safe. Between October 23rd and December 31st, buy your groceries and fuel from Falls, and you can win a Christmas hamper every week or your fuel purchase free. Just spend $3,000, complete the coupon, drop it in the box, and then listen for your name. And to make it even better, you can win a bumper hamper on Christmas Eve day. Yes, our prices are great, the environment is safe, and everyone wins when you shop in the Falls Christmas promotion, Land of Canaan.
We are legions of men standing strong, but never too proud to stoop and help someone. We must send a clear signal to all. Do right, walk in upright ways, knowing that's what being a man is all about. And ever aware that things will only get worse when good men do nothing. Stand strong, be the one to live right.
Been through it all.
But as a people we have
Weathered every storm.
And risen to every challenge.
Because it is the people of Guyana
that gives it its strength.
all the people,
regardless of race,
class, or religion.
We are one people, one strength.
And now is our time. A time to rise. Together, we rise.
Mobile Delvac and all other mobile lubricants are distributed by Salt Guyana Inc. Mobile Delvac and all other mobile lubricants are distributed by Salt Guyana Inc. Across the region right now, the cash-strapped regional airline Liat has resumed its commercial schedule with flights operating to a limited number of destinations. The Antigua-based Liat, to which an administrator has been appointed, said there will be flights 5 days a week to 7 destinations across its network. The 7 destinations are Antigua, Barbados, Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia, St. Kitts, and St. Vincent. Liat said the limited number of scheduled flights will return connectivity to destinations which were affected by the airline's suspension of commercial services back in March due to financial problems and the coronavirus pandemic, which forced some Caribbean countries to close their borders. The first resumed flight left Antigua for Barbados on Monday, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs said the resumption of the flights is more than an Antigua success, but a regional success. Curacao has stepped up its COVID-19 restrictions, including banning on-site consumption of alcohol and closing casinos. The new restrictions were announced Monday and took effect today. The alcohol prohibition is a ban on the consumption of all alcohol on-site for all hospitality establishments that have an alcohol license and where alcohol consumption on location is possible. On casinos and the hospitality industry, all casinos must stay closed and bars, snack bars, and beach clubs must close by 5 p.m. and only offer takeout, delivery, or curbside pickup services. Also, food trucks may only provide their services through delivery, curbside pickup, and takeout between the hours of 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Shops and shopping malls must close by 6 p.m., while supermarkets, mini-markets, bakeries, pharmacies, and gas stations should close their doors by 8 p.m. across Curacao. The measures will remain until the 21st of December, when the government of Curacao will re-evaluate them. As at Sunday, Curacao had 1,222 active COVID-19 cases, and 4 deaths have been recorded in the country. And finally tonight, international news. The United Kingdom has become the first country in the world to approve the Pfizer-BioNTech coronavirus vaccine, paving the way for mass vaccination. Britain's medicines regulator says the jab, which offers up to 95% protection against the COVID-19 illness, is safe to be rolled out. The first doses are already on their way to the UK, with 800,000 due in the coming days, the Pfizer company said. The Health Secretary Matt Hancock said the NHS will contact persons about the vaccines. Prime Minister Boris Johnson urged the public not to get carried away with over-optimism or falling into the naive belief that their struggle is over. He told a Downing Street news conference that while the searchlights of science had created a working vaccine, significant logistical challenges still remain. The Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine is the fastest vaccine to go from concept to reality, taking only 10 months to follow the same steps that normally span 10 years. The UK has already ordered 40 million doses, enough to vaccinate 20 million people. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting.